I'm the co-founder and the CEO of Privasea. I'm trying to introduce Privasea to you guys. Privasea is both a platform and application. And I don't know anyone here really has experience being scammed by bots in Telegram or somewhere in different platform. Anyone been tricked before by bots or been scammed in Telegram? If you have experienced this before, you can raise your hand if you've been scammed. I have been scammed by someone in Telegram sometimes, you know. It was a really bad experience because you don't know who is on the other side of the chart. Is it really a human or bots? I have a friend also experienced in one of the social networks. I can say it's like Tinder, you know. He is trying to date with some girl, and after 10 minutes talking, he find out on the other side is not human because, you know, he can see the pattern, the message pattern from the other side. It's generated by AI application. It's very humiliating in the end. And what we trying to do here is to try to avoid this kind of scams or situation happens in the current AI era, because we believe as a human, we should have more rights compared to AI because we want to be true in this environment, right? So what we build is trying to use AI to anti-AI. AI has good side, has bad side. And if you use it for scamming people, that would be really dark side. And that we using AI to anti it. So Privasea is building trustless humanity by fighting the bots, by using our infrastructure and application. I don't know, you guys also heard about a term called FHE. It's short of for the Homomorphic Encryption. It's one of the most advanced post-quantum encryption method right now in the world. So it can allow you to encrypt your data and do the calculation without the decryption. And in the end, as you're using these technologies, you can avoid your personal privacy being leaked to the public in the public network. And we're using that. We cooperate with Zama, one of the most advanced TFH library providers in the world. And we're building that, and we're building that infrastructure based on blockchain decentralization technologies. So we're building an infrastructure, like I said, it's based on FHE, and it's based on FHE. We let AI application to run using our FHE machine learning pipelines. How that works is basically, if you have data, you can train your model by yourself, right? And locally, without any data privacy concerns, and we help you to upload your model and integrate it into our network. And then you can use your encrypted data to do the inference. And in the end, you got the result. You want to share the result to someone else in the network. You just use your private key to authorize someone else in the network to get the final result. For example, if you have machine learning models running a picture, right? And those pictures probably contains, other people's faces or other people's privacy information, and you don't want that be part of your obstacles. And that you can encrypt data first and still let the model to run it and do the inference and send you to someone else in the network to see the final result. And that is called FHE machine learning pipelines inference network. And we are the first one to do this. And this is one of example here. We using our FHE model, FHE inference model to run the face recognition. And for example, you have a face, it's stored somewhere as your one or biometrics, by the way. It's very valuable and it's very sensitive. You don't want to leak to anyone else. And you encrypt your model, encrypt your face, send it to the model on the network, and do the inference, and eventually you decrypt it by yourself. You can see the result, or you can delegate to someone else. And based on this, we're building our application. It's called I Am Human, which is proof of human tool to prove yourself it is a human. It's a very simple application. You can download it on Google Play Store or Apple Store right now. When you register in this app, you scan your face in liveness by a liveness check, and the face feature vector will be immediately encrypted by FHE. And the application will help you to mint a soulbound NFT. And this is your unique, I wouldn't say it's ID, it's not an ID. It's your unique biometrics badge in blockchain. So you can use it for verify yourself as a human in any blockchain. Right now we have it integrated with Arbitrum and Solana, so you can use that for those two. And the users can verify in different platforms. So we have like 3 kinds of integration right now. One is to integrate it with applications. So it's API based. So for example, you're connected with OKX wallet or Gate wallet, and you want to verify yourself these addresses has been verified before as a human. You can connect to it, you can link to it, and verify that by in our ABI-based smart contract. You can search it for it. So it's the same as Web3 name extension, same like Vitalik taught ETH is actually their addresser, right? His addresses. And that is the same contract we deployed. So you can verify this proof of human in any of the chain, smart contract, and to verify it's been proved by I Am Human. We launched actually this app in June this year. It's not so far away from that. We have got 300K users being minted so far in our app, and we use it for proof of human scenarios to anti-scam or anti-bot, and most importantly in Web3, you can use it for anti-CB to reward the correct person, not bots. And this is one of example. Use it for Telegram, and we built a Telegram mini program or TG bot. You can launch it in Telegram. So when you want to verify your group users is human, you set up a group, connect to this TG bot, and you can link proof of human the app to it. And once it's done, you know who is in this group has been passed the verification of proof of human, and who is human, who is bots. So you can definitely know that. And and we're gonna later on to integrate it with other platform too, like Discord and Line, different social networks. It will work very well with the current integrations. This is Sony chain. We right now try to integrate it with different chains, like I mentioned, Arbitrum, Solana, and we try to integrate with more chains. And these partnerships we have so far, we have like integrated with like 15 different applications and chains, and we will integrate more with our proof of human ecosystem building. This is something you can see a lot of names we have integrated to. And a lot of people are calling us in the very beginning, because in the very beginning we only integrated in the Solana. So a lot of people ask, calling us WorldCoin in Solana, but we are not actually WorldCoin, or we are not really tied to Solana. We are multi-chain proof of human tool, like 2FA tool. You can use it for verify humans in different platforms. And compared to WorldCoin is ID-based solution, right? So basically you register your iris data, and they give you a passport. And I don't think that is so fair to human, because you basically give them your biometric data. So in our solution, we don't collect any of your biometrics. So even you're using our app to register your face is still in your hand. We don't see any of your faces. your face has been encrypted, stored in IPFS data storage. And what we giving to you is your chance to self-custody your biometrics, and you verify every time you need to verify yourself to compare the one when you register. So it's only a proof of human thing in our app. And the current integration is going quite well. And so, like I mentioned, it's 300K users have been minted, and people are loving to use that to verify himself in social networks and on-chain proof of data. And yeah, we've been backed by a few great VCs this year, and Binance Labs, OKX Venture, Nomura, and a few other great names is on board. And we have a great expectation on launching our utility token soon for both the infrastructure and the apps, so we can better reward users and let more developers join our network to uploading their own AI application by using FHE machine learning. And really thank you everyone here. It's an honor to be here to present our network. And if anyone are interested to be part of the proof human ecosystem, we can just meet later and talk. And really love to hear some feedbacks and questions from you guys. If you have some question, you can raise your hand. Can try to answer whatever you want. Ask. Sure. Maybe, yeah, there is.
My question is,
hi.
How do you think this will affect to the anonymity in the crypto community? I mean, you are proving you are human, but this means that you need to provide any information that you are that person. So you are basically losing the anonymity of that wallet.
No,
they know that you're.
I can give you explanation on this one. The question you have raised a really good question about anonymity of your personal ID, right? So basically, we just prove your humanity, but we don't connect with any of with your biometric data to your ID, like government issued ID. We don't connect with that. We only connect it with the proof of human, the biometrics, to the face you have, right? The badge to the soulbound NFT. But eventually, if you want to prove you are a unique person in this network, you could actually using our another functionalities we're gonna launch later. So you can link your soulbound NFT to your social networks, like social media, like your X account, right? Or link to your Discord account. And because that account somehow can prove your uniqueness in the internet, right? And we don't connect with your driver license or government issue ID, anything. So you still keep your anonymity. And the wallet address you have is something also anonymous, right? So it's very Web3 ideology based. So you don't need to worry about losing your identity at all. Yeah, sure.
So if this is meant to serve as an ID,
yeah.
Why is there a need to keep the data anyway, even if it's encrypted of your face? Why do you have to keep it? Can't you just like verify it during the check and then not hold on to it?
Yeah. So you need to have a place store your biometrics by yourself to verify yourself every time. It's the same face from you when you register, right? So you need to compare with the face when you register here, So that's why you need to have a place store. But it's not stored in our database. We don't have database at all. So it's stored in your generated IPFS storage. So every time you just compare you as you, not compare you with our database. So you don't need to worry there is something we collected, nothing we collect. Sure, the middle one, the one. You got the microphone.
So, for example, if I would make once a proof of humanity, and
Yeah.
for example, I would use another phone and try to do this again
Yeah,
just to
no
get
problem.
the same access for
Yeah.
platform, because I'm using I'm drop hunter. I want to make airdrops.
Yeah, that's a
So
good question.
does that reconcile that my face is already was verified and this is duplicate and this will cancel my verification?
No, so I can say that if you're using another phone and you create a new account, you can still use your own face to create several accounts. That's no problem.
So that doesn't match
No.
these faces, doesn't reconcile this.
No.
Uh-huh.
We don't, since we don't collect as a database, we don't know if it's the one person creates several accounts. That's fine. But that's not anti the Web3, because you can. It's like your wallet. You can create several wallets, right? You can create several Web3 wallets as yourself.
Yeah, but most of the platforms try to fight with the bots, and
Yeah,
they're
but
using this
it's not- Yeah.
one of the features, this proof of
Yeah.
humanity, I understand.
Exactly. So the application we created here is actually we're using the master, like simplified version of MPC wallet. So as long as you remember your password, your user ID and password, you can recover your face later with any phones, because basically we just it's when you register here, you will automatically generate FHE private key, and the key will be like divided into 3 settings. One setting is in your phone, in your local device. One is in your Google backup drive. Another one is in our server. And 2/3 settings can recover your account. So it's very, I would say it's very decentralized way to store a system, store the account system in our backend. It's like a MPC wallet.
Yeah, so I can recover it later, yeah, if I remember password, or if I have a private key, or I have access to my Gmail account, for
Yes.
example.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you so much. It's so many good questions.
Hi. If I have a robot, like with a mask, simulating a woman, I can make various other wallets, and I can
Then you have
put
to.
AI in there. And
Yeah,
what happens then?
I understand your question. So if you have built a very human-like robot, yeah, I would say you can pass the verification, but we're gonna update with this app with fingerprints and your voice, 3 features together to enhance the security later
And,
this year.
I can simulate that too.
You can simulate, yeah. But then it's still, if you simulate that, you need to store the fingerprints from someone else. You need to store the voice from someone else too. But that's something we cannot control, right? You can always store someone's, fingerprints from somewhere else, like a secret agents. But that's not something we can control it here. Our platform is to prove, the humanity, like normal public. And if you build that robots, I would say right now it's hard and it's very expensive to build really human-like robots, right?
Yeah.
And the application from our app is using liveness check, and the robots has to pass the liveness check too, because they need to know how to blink eyes, knock your head,
Okay, yeah.
The liveness check could prevent some situation if you're using robots or using cheap video. But if you're building a real human robots, that's hard. I mean, that's very expensive to cheat.
That's one day will be not so expensive to build that.
Yeah, one day, yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe in 5 to 10 years,
yeah,
I guess.
I guess too.
Well, thank you so much for the questions.
So
Oh, one more?
one last question.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I don't understand exactly how are you using AI in this app.
Oh, so basically when do the liveness check, you need to have a model. We're using machine learning ResNet 48. I think it's ResNet 48 being optimized by our team to do the face feature vector generating, and using our FHE machine learning pipelines to optimize it. So in the beginning I showed the demo that take like 10 seconds to verify a human using fully encrypted data. But right now we optimize it. So in the application, it only takes 1 second. So AI has been used like face recognition. It's one of the AI sectors. It's basically image processing. And later on we use fingerprints. Fingerprints is also image. And voice is another type of like pattern matching by biometrics AI.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, I think that's it. Thank you so much.